Good day, everybody. Mr. Yo 11. Hopefully everybody doing good. Baby, you want to come out here and say something to the camera?
No, baby, I'm good.
Okay, just making sure. Anyway, it's been a minute since I've been out here on the table. Figured I'd do a little practice session. Got another trip coming up here soon in November. While I'm at it out here practicing, figured I'd go ahead and do the little report from the 19th and the 20th of October. We pretty sure y'all seen the video when we got there. Got there probably about 9 something. Met up with everybody that was there. They had already got there before we did. We were actually staying there, so we wasn't in no hurry to get on the table and playing and stuff. Besides, once we walked in, we realized that they had one table open, and then they had the stadium craps. It was down, so I don't know what's going on with the stadium crap, but so it's been said that thing's been down for like a month prior to when we were there. So I guess the system's glitching or something like that, so they've been having problems with it, so they just shut the whole thing down. A lot of comments have been on there like they've been too many people have been making a lot of money on it. I don't know about that. I mean, it's a pretty easy little table to play on, but if that's the case, I don't know. Well, when we got there, it was down, so the only thing they had open, they had a craps table open, but like I said, it was packed. So me and the wife, that's when you seen the videos of us going out there and her getting on the slot machine, and that was a terrible talk. Her getting on the slot machines and doing her things. Finally, I think G and Jay, they both were on the table when I got there, but they didn't play for long. I went over there and just tapped them. What's going on? This and that, and waited on them, played some machines and waited on them to finish their little session they had going. Anyway, they finally finished it up, and we all did the proper greeting. Didn't want to bother them too much in case they were in the zone. So then, as you seen later on in the video, Mr. G, the slot player, he gets on these slot machines. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. He has a way to where he can get on these slot machines, and he just, I think when I sent Sarge the the video, Sarge called him the slot whisperer. I think that's going to be his new nickname, the slot whisperer. Anyway, this guy, if he looks at a machine, it's going to hit. He's gonna make it hit. And I don't think he really, is expecting it to hit. I just think that he's just a lucky person. He's just a really lucky person that just falls right into his place. I mean, there was a game there that we never saw with, the flying pigs and the flying rabbit, and it was a whole bunch of different stuff, and they were all on rockets, and that dang gargoyle, he just stood there and he looked at it, and sure enough, it gives him a hand pay. I'm just sitting there, I'm like, whatever, dude, this is ridiculous. But anyway, fast forward to all of that, we had a good time playing on the slot machines, getting some crap bait up for our crap session. Table stayed packed most of the day Saturday, until I think it was right before dinner time. I think it was probably about 2. We had dinner reservations at 4:30 at the landing. So I I think we got on the table. Yep, at 2 o'clock. We finally got our positions. I actually was out of position. I was here. Gargo was here. Crappin' Camper, he was here. And there was another guy, a young gentleman, was right here. And where was Jay? I think Jay might have was on this side over here. Anyway, we finally get on the table and get in our little area. And the dice goes to this person over here that was in the hook. They rolled a little bit. And then this guy right here, he got the dice. And he rolled a little bit. And then Crappin' Camper was in the hook right here. He got the dice. He actually went on a really good roll. Shout out to my man Crappin' Camper for putting us in the game for the beginning of the group, our group that was there. His roll started off the whole session. So mine now, this guy that's standing beside him, he had a pretty wealthy little bankroll, so he was actually betting. So he made some good money off of Camper. Camper continuously rolled, just tearing those insides up. Tearing them up. I actually don't remember how many rolls it was, but it was a stick change plus some. His roll was. Not quite 2, so I think he probably had like a 35 roller. And they were giving him the dice pretty swift, so he done really good with that. He finally 7'd out. The guy that was right beside him made a good bit of money. I made some money. G made some money. Now it's G's turn. G was standing right here. I'm going to say that stick right too. And so I gave him his space because, the table was, it was kind of packed, but it was not packed enough to where we couldn't get, our position. Well, we couldn't get a position on the table, should I say. Anyway, so G, he takes the dice and sure enough, he goes on one. He goes on a really good roll. I think G ended up doing a stick change and a half as well on this, but he was hitting repeaters. He was pounding it, and then he hit the bonus. He hit the bonus bet for us as well. I was actually up on the bonus this time, which was pretty cool. Got paid out for the bonus. That was awesome. And the guy next to him was making a killing because now you already had Camper went on a bam. And then here we got G's nailing it. We are raking it in right now. And this is the first time I was actually on the table. So, actually, that was great. Because we had already played some slot machines, won a little bit off the slot machines. Now we're on the table using what we had out of the slot machines to play craps. And now we're up. So the trip's going good so far. And besides, if y'all didn't see that moon, I knew it was going to be a good day because just driving across the mountain, I started to put a video about, that moon was big. So, like I said, G goes on his roll and he does his stick change and a half. And you know what? At this time, we probably got about 45 minutes after G's roll. It should have been my roll, but we had already conquered off of 2 rollers. We had already, there was no need. And see, that's what, when everybody's saying, I've been watching a lot of videos about the common sense part. Common sense. There it is. You just had 2 monster rolls. Could it have been another monster roll? Maybe I could have. But was I in my position to shoot? No, because I shoot from down here. Common sense, you're not in your position. I got my coach right here. I got camper that already had a good roll. Coach just nailed it. So why, if I'm not even in my position, which I'm pretty sure I can shoot from there, because before I switched over to the left, I actually used to shoot from this, but the table, it was so many people on the table, it was kind of going to be like, so we all colored up. I think I sent a couple of people the pictures of the color up from those two rolls. Trust me, color up was in the high market. That's all I'm going to say. We don't need to even talk or brag about money or anything like that. It is what it is. Money was made. So this guy right here, it was time for us. G said, let's color up. I text a friend and say, hey man, just two people out of the group just went on a great roll. Here's a picture of the color up. Funny thing about the picture is that I was able to I tried to take the picture, like sneakingly to take it, and the flash was on. So the steak lady was like, oh, he taking picture. And the box man was like, as long as he ain't taking pictures of us, it's fine. I was like, oh, dang, man, because I was like, uh-oh, I'm about to get kicked out. But they didn't. They were very nice about me taking the picture because there was a lot of color ups from our group that happened. Jay colored up, I colored up, G colored up, and Camber colored up. But this guy right here, he stayed. And he made, I'm telling you, in his he had made off of Campers and G's, he was up over $11,000. That just goes to show you how we were betting on the table. So the money was there, everything it was epic. 2 epic rolls back to back. Get off the table. All right, so we go eat dinner. We go eat dinner at the Landons, which was great. Everybody, ate. Camper, he went ahead and left, so gave him one of my chips. Him and his wife got to meet her. Gave them both collector's chip and wished them well on their travels back, and look forward to playing with them again. I'll give them the dates on the next get-together we're going to have here soon. With that being said, we're sitting down at dinner and this and that. So after dinner, G is, he's hours away as well. So he was like, man, after dinner, I'm going to go ahead and head on out. Well, me, Jade, and his wife and my wife, we all were staying. So we weren't really, like in a hurry to get back out there. But, if they had to leave before it got dark, then, it was fine. So we got done eating, walked G out to his car, told him, hey man, just let us know when you make it back home and this and that. Good going. I know that guy took some money home. He took a lot of money home. It's like he couldn't lose. So once again, I'm blaming it on that big old moon. Okay, so hear me out. Coach leaves. Always remember what your coach says, okay? So, coach leaves. He's on his way home. Me and Jay, we are walking back in the casino, and we're walking up to back up to the crap table just to check it out, to see how it's going. And here comes that dude that had the $13,000, the $13,000 plus dollars. He was flaming mad. He was like, man, I should have left when you guys left, man. I should have left, man. He said, man, I stayed on the table, man. I gave all of it back. I was like, no way, man. He was like, yeah, man, after y'all left, the table just went bad, man. And I tried to battle it back, and I'd get a hit here and there. And he said, man, I ended up giving all that. I said, oh, my God, man. He was so mad. He ended up leaving the whole casino. I was like, wow, that. I was kind of shocked. So when we got finished talking to him, we tried to get over on this side, but it was already reserved. Somebody had reserved the whole left side of the table, so you couldn't even get on it. And as the people were in the hook, they had their chances to roll. This side was kind of open, so I actually just basically took straight. I took the position of straight out because I tossed from this area before and done pretty good. And Jay was able to get, I think, stick like one. And there was another guy here, and there were two other younger kids here, and then another guy right over here on this side, right next to him. Yeah. So this side's all empty. So this is perfect. They're waiting on the person that reserved that side of the table. So we're just chilling, just politicking, and we people are rolling and not really betting, but finally guy sevens out and I buy in, and then Jay buys in and whoever else buys in, and I hit the dice and the high rollers come up. Matter of fact, ended up being some people that we've seen before in Cherokee, and usually this guy he'll reserve the whole table. But this time he was nice enough to say, okay, I'm just gonna reserve half of the table and I'll let some other people play on the table, because he was gonna shut the whole table down. He's just a high roller like that. Anyway, he allowed us to play on the table, which was fantastic. I get the dice, he buys in for like $50,000. Whatever. I mean, it's into him. And speaking of, South Carolina was playing today, so I was already feeling good. How you done, Oklahoma? No offense, Oklahoma. But hey, when South Carolina's time to show up, they did what they had to do. Anyway, so I get the dice, and they bought in and everything, and they, I let them buy in and all that good stuff, and they counted it all out. And I get the dice, and of course I hop my sixes. And I toss the dice, and they lay down just right from way down there. I was like, oh, this is going to work. I already had that feeling. I was like, no way, that didn't just happen. Caught the sixes hard on top. All right? So, here in the pain, go back over there again. The same dice set, same position. Link up, on my table, but bam. Buckshot. After I told him to press my hot bats up, hit the buckshotted the sixes again. Anyway, so now I'm feeling real good. All right, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. I'm feeling good. There's nothing in my way down here, because these people, the high rollers, they don't do pass line. They just do all the box numbers, and they were purple and black and all that. They had their big bets out there. So I get the dice and I roll again. Sure enough, another six. That's 3 in a row. So I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? So after the third one, after I've already pressed my hot sixes up 3 times, then I commenced to roll other numbers. Besides, this was a crap list table, so I started with the 6 and 8, and then I was able to migrate all the way across, man, off my roll. I just kept on rolling. Ended up hitting the point of 6, and this was probably right before a stick change. So I've already held the dice that long, running the table, and then I finally hit the 6 as the point. All right, everybody's going good, job, shooting good. Anyway, get the dice back in my hand, and bam, toss them 2. I was like, oh man! And I automatically, when I rolled that 2, the 2 became the point. I automatically thought of a sergeant. I said, damn, squirrel nuts. And the guy beside me, he was like, what you say? I said, man, them dang pesky squirrel nuts right there. I was like, it's just an old saying that us, people, we be saying it. And, I was like, dang, but that's a bad number to, and the guy that was beside me, he was like, nah, you can hit that too, man. He said, you've been doing good, man. You can hit that too. And then these 2 younger cats was beside me. They didn't even know how to, bet, because they were, young, and this guy knew how to bet, but these 2 younger guys didn't know how to bet, so they were kind of, trying to talk to me, and it's what does that mean? And I was like, I don't know, man. Ask somebody, and the guy over here, noticed that I wasn't trying to be rude, but he was like, man, well, he's shooting, so I'll talk to y'all. So he took over the conversation with the younger guys, and I was able to toss and toss. Not like that. Like I just threw it off the table. I was able to continuously toss, hitting box numbers, the 11. I ended up hitting the 12 2 times. I hit the 12, and then I hit it. I hit the 12, and the guy with the high roller down there said, yes. And I looked, and he had $1,000 on that 12. So you know what that paid. So he pressed it. He pressed the 12. Another $1,000. And I get the dice back. And I tossed the dice. And the 12 came back again. He was like, God, $12,000 he collected. Came down there and he walked down there and he put a $500 chip in my rack. And was like, appreciate that, man. You just made me a killing down there. I was like, that's all right, man. Let's keep on rolling, man. I said, I appreciate that though. And so, you know, I'm on a roll. It feels good. Everything's going good. And sure enough, after that guy gave me that tip, aces. I hit the aces as the point. I knew table erupt. I'm loving this night, man. It had to be the moon. I'm just telling you, it was the moon. It was the energy. The young guys, everybody's happy. You know, I finally got the freaking 2 out of the way. So I'm like, yes. At this time, it's one stick change had already went, and it was just about time for another one to come in. I get the dice, and guess what? I'm back on that. Hop in the sixes again. Bam! Pop them. Hop in the sixes. This time I done pressed it up because, you know, things are going good. So it is what it is, man. It was just my turn to have the dice. So, bam! Toss the dice again. Buck shots to 6 again on my hop sixes. It was just my night. Okay, so anyway, I go on to roll and roll just a little bit more, and then the other stick change finally came in, and sure enough, about 2 rolls later, I 7 down. Okay, so good roll. Everybody was like, good roll, man. That was a good roll. So, all right, so one of the young guys, they just take the dice and they just go, like that. And they just roll them. This guy, the young guy that was beside me, he actually went on the heater. He went on one too. So the dice were actually acting right. It don't matter how they did it, you know. So here I am, still on the table, made some more money off of this guy. He rolled, I don't know, maybe 20 times. And then the other young kid rolled, and then he rolled for another time. He actually ended up hitting the bonus. He needed the 11 to hit the thing, so I had put $100 on the 11 because I didn't have that bet, and he hit it. It was awesome. So we had some good rollers on there. Then Jay it was this guy's turn. He actually 0.7 out, and then Jay got the dice, and Jay went on a pretty good roll too. He was tearing up the horns, tearing up the 2 and the 12 and the 11 and the ace deuce and he was definitely giving it a shot, man. Toss looked good and everything. I mean, we just had a good night. The high rollers got the dice. They just threw them down there. It really didn't matter. So Unc gets the dice again. They didn't really do any good down there. So Unc gets the dice, and Unc goes on probably about a 7 roller or whatever. I get the dice again, and I go on another good roll. I probably go on another 30-something roller. At this time, I'm looking at my rack. This one's full. This one's full. I'm like, okay, this is going to be it right here. So I roll and, you know, I hop the 6s. I'm hitting the 6s. I'm hitting all the numbers that we need. But I think I hit the point twice on the second roll. I think one was a 6, and then I came back and hit the 6, and then I think another one was the 9. Yeah, I think it was the 9. I had a point of 9, and then I ended up hitting the 9, and then I hit some random numbers within there, and made some more money. And then these guys, they shot one more time, which was nothing, but they were from Atlanta, so they had to get on out of there. It was like, man, we gotta go. So they left, and then Jay got the dice for the last roll of the night, and he rolled, and we made a little bit more money. And that was it. That was it for the night. I mean, color coming in. I got to roll twice, 2 really good rolls. Jay got to roll twice. These guys were very, awesome to have on each side, but shooting from the end was really fun. It was very different. But one thing that I'll tell you is that Jay came over there when he was like, "You can shoot from the end?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've done it in Cherokee a couple of times." And he's like, "I'll tell you what Coach said. I'll tell you what Gargone said. He said, you make sure that you look right here at this, right here." He said, "Just look at that." So every time I shot the dice, I actually just looked right at that, and I kept my dice right within the same plane of that right there. And when they landed, they would land, and they would just trickle and hit the back wall, and they just died. It worked out perfect. So every time I caught those dice, I made sure that I just kept it within that right there. Well, my table's a lot bouncier than that one in Cherokee, because I got that neoprene up under my. But I kept it. I kept it right up in there, and it just worked out in my favor. They just died, and it was perfect. So Saturday night, the 19th, we ended it with a good bang. I mean, it was just epic. From when Coach was there, from when Crap and Camper was there, Jay and everything. I mean, Saturday was perfect. It was just a good day. Left there, tried to hit up Starbucks, but Starbucks was closed, so we ended up doing a little machine thing and getting some coffee and some cake. Headed up to the room, got all situated up there, went to sleep, woke up the next morning, which is Sunday the 20th. We were going to go to Cherokee, but my wife likes Murphy so much, she was like, "Let's just stay here." So I was like, okay. So we stayed. We got on some machines early that morning, and then we had to be back home at least by 1. So I think we got downstairs probably about 9 something, somewhere up in there. Anyway, got on some machines, played the machines a little bit. They finally opened up the table. We got on Crapper's table first, bought in, couldn't get no traction on it. Different day. Hey, once me and Jay got on the table and figured out we couldn't get no traction, we immediately left, went back to the slot machines, played a little bit more. That's common sense, guys. That's common sense. If it ain't working, do not try to make the game work for you. It's not, if it ain't working with whatever you've been practicing, don't try to make it. It's not gonna work. It ain't working. Yesterday was the day. That means that Sunday might not be the day. And sure enough, it wasn't. So they finally opened up we went and got back to the machines, played the machines a little bit. It's probably about 12 something. They had like a next day slot play or whatever, so we were waiting on that. They opened up the regular craps table, got on it. My wife actually came and played on the regular craps table, and Jay's wife actually got on there. Still same results, no traction. First roll I rolled, Amy was the box. Now they're starting to know who I am there, which is, it's kind of funny because if you do that, if you have interactions with them like Cody and all that, then they'll remember you. "What's up, man? How you doing?" Boom. Well, Amy remembered me from the last time we were there. We had a good session the last time we were there, but So she starts talking, and I'm, I got the dice, and I'm about to shoot, and sure enough, I hit the point, and then she says something else to me, and I'm like, oh my God, and I immediately, PSO, 0.7 out, I'm like, yeah, this ain't working. Today is just ain't gonna, it's just not gonna be today. So, my wife, she gets the dice, and she actually rolls a pretty good little roll, and I think she made her, first point, and then she rolls again, and then she rolls a little bit more, and then she sevens out, and then Jay gets the dice, and he rolls for a little bit, and then he sevens out, and then his wife gets the dice, and then she rolls a little bit, and then sevens out. So Sunday was just like, nope, you can't make the game do what you want it to do. So the common sense kicks in. No, this ain't gonna work. All right. So, and besides, time wasn't on our side either because we had to get back. We only had the nanny with the kids till about 1. It's an hour away. Well, she was fine. Anyway, but we got back in our vehicle, said goodbye to everybody, and just told them just let us know when you get home safe and this and that. And, because I think Danielle and Jay had some donations for the people in Asheville and stuff like that, that had lost a whole bunch of stuff, and they were going to go do that good deed, and so we wished them well, and then we headed on back onto the house. So, the Murphy Casino trip was fun. We had a great day Saturday, all positive vibes. We had a good day Sunday, but it's just, you just gotta be smart when you're in those places, man. If it's not gonna, if it ain't hitting, don't. Just like that guy, he won all that money with G. He won, and Camper. Those two, Camper and G, that guy won so much money, and he stayed. And Gargo actually had said, he was like, man, I should have told that guy to come and eat with us, because I had reservations for enough people that, to come, because Patrick didn't make it because he had something going on, and Principal couldn't come because of where the storm was at or something like that down there. And he had family members down there, but they were invited to come. So, all in all, great trip. But I mean, guys, this game could be fun, but it also could be, it could be bad, And if you can't tell when it's getting bad to walk away, you might need a course on common sense. But anyway, all in all, like I said, I try to post when I do a video when I'm going to be in the casino. I never turn nobody down from coming. If you can come, that would be great. I'd love to play with you. My wife would love, we're all a big family, so if you can, when I announce dates and stuff like that, just email me or something like that, or put it in the comment section after you like the video, of course. Anyway, we're getting close. Very good little news report right here. We're getting close to 300 subscribers. That's super exciting. So I might do a giveaway. I might. If we hit that 300, I think I'm at 290 subscribers. I also think that Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps is close to a certain amount of subscribers too. So go check him out. And you never know. You never know what can happen. So it's been Mr. Yo Man, just giving y'all a trip report on the Murphy trip report. And like I said, it was a good time. Also, Jay, he bought me some dice back from Las Vegas. He went to Las Vegas and Shout out to my man Jay. He got me some dice from. Let's see if you can see this. I can't see it. I can't see anyway, but anyway, it might. There it is. The Circa. Oh, shoot. There's some from the Circa. Here's some from the Lynx. There's, which one is this? This one is, these were actually played. These dice right here were actually in play. Look at that. They came in this little, at the Bally's. Let's see whether we can get that there. At the Bally's. Look at that. I got two. They were actually in play. So people have actually played with these dice in the casino. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. And they got the serial numbers on them, and that's pretty cool. So Jay hooked me up with dice from different areas when him and his wife were in Las Vegas. Jay's a good guy. If you guys come and meet up with us, sometimes you'll get to meet him and Miss Danielle. Really good people, just like G is. But these are from the Circa, and these are from the Lynx, and this one is from Valley. So there we go. We got some casino grade dice. Awesome, awesome, awesome. But yeah, just wanted to share that with y'all, and just wanted to share that there could possibly be a giveaway coming up soon. So you guys stay tuned, and I appreciate everybody that watches my videos. If you like them, give them a big old thumbs up. I've been watching everybody else's videos, but as you all know, when I post something, most of the time it's work. I am a very busy person. Business has been going nuts, which I'm not complaining about. I mean, it's just getting busier and busier, and it's just, I love it. I love what I do, and people realize that when I'm on their job site. They're like, hey, can I give your name and your company to so-and-so? I'm like, sure, here's my card, here's this and that, and it's just been to the roof, man. So I like to try to post certain things that I do, besides craps, like work-wise, like my wife been getting on to me for a couple of months about doing the upstairs guest bathroom. So if you guys watched that, yep, I finally got her taken care of. Now she wants to redo all the floors upstairs. So that'll be next. I'll show you what they look like first, and then I'll show you what they look like after Mr. Yo has tackled it. All right, everybody. It's been Mr. Yo 11. We got good fall weather here. There's a lot of leaves. Man, I blowed them yesterday. I gotta blow them again today. So it's been Mr. Yo, y'all. Hey, I appreciate everybody for watching. And like I always say, hey, toss them until you boss them. It's been Mr. Yo. Be out.